To give us a little bit further depth now on Larry Fitzgerald coming back to the Cardinals would be Larry Fitzgerald Sr., 30-year Twin Cities, Minnesota sports media member, and of course the father of Larry Fitzgerald. We have had Fitz Sr. on the show many, many times. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How you been?
I've been good, sir. Let's talk about this decision. You're not surprised, or are you?
No, I'm not surprised. He's been thinking about it. There's no doubt about that since the end of the season. And we went through the Super Bowl in the Twin Cities, and he was there, had a good time, and worked for Westwood One, doing all of his things, and then working for the sponsors that he's connected with. And so I think that maybe lit the fire a little bit more in his resolve to get to where he was going to make that clear to the Arizona Cardinals and this community that he was going to continue his career. So I'm happy for him, and I'm glad that he made the decision while I'm in town. I've been here the last couple of days following up on. In fact, I'm in the doctor's office right now, dealing with a follow-up appointment from my heart surgery.
Yeah. How are you doing, by the way? And I should have asked you that off the top, but how are you?
Doing good. Getting used to the new lifestyle of getting by with fewer calories, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a good thing. I'm really excited about doing things the right way and recognizing that a valve is a big part of your heart.
That's good stuff. Larry Fitzgerald Sr. with us. Take me back then. Did you have conversation with your son about the pros and cons of returning here in the last couple of weeks?
We basically talk about life and about family and about commitment to where he's at right now,
mm-hmm.
and things like that. We never really got into being specifically targeting on this season and playing again and continuing it. We just left it open from the standpoint of just what he's done. I just let him know what I thought he's achieved and how proud I am of what he's been able to do and how well he continues to be able to be blessed with his health. And so from that mindset, I think he has a fresh mindset of where he is with his career and where he wants to go with it. He still wants to win a world championship, and
mm-hmm.
he knows that it's not necessarily in his hands, but he believes in what the Arizona Cardinals are doing, the directions that they're headed in towards making that a possibility.
Larry Fitzgerald Sr. with us on Larry Fitzgerald returning to the Cardinals. And to that end, I've had a number of people already reach out to me saying, wow, how could he return to Arizona not knowing the quarterback situation? I think somewhere along the way he's been filled in as to what their plans are. That's just my own thought. B, if you could address that side of it, the quarterback situation being so unsettled, and why that didn't really seem to be a matter to him.
Well, you've covered his entire career, and I've, he's my son, so I've watched him from the time he's been born. He plays with whoever his teammates are.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, since he's been with the Cardinals, they've gone through a number of quarterbacks. But the quarterback that he will have with the Cardinals when they decide who that quarterback is going to be is who he's willing to work with. I mean, that's sort of the mindset that he's taken. It's a team game. It's a game that he fully understands and realizes that it's a business, and it's a business that he really has no control over, but he's willing to do his part from a commitment standpoint to the organization, and I think that's what that statement is.
Before I let you go, and I know you're at the doctor's office, so if they come in and you've got to go, just tell me, and we'll cut you loose. But does he have a future in golf after what you saw at Pebble Beach recently?
I think he does. I think, you and I both know golf is a very, very tough game, and Larry knows it all too well, and I understand, he has really bitten the bug. I remember from the days back in the Twin Cities when I got bit by the game and just couldn't practice enough to try to get myself in a position to be able to play and move forward with it. That you got to be really committed to it. You got to try to understand it, and the game is ever changing in terms of equipment and the physicality and the training and all that. And so, yeah, I think he's got a great future in it because he's really taken to it. He's extremely athletic, and he's powerful. And if he can find a way to, do what most golfers can't do, and that is to control that driver, he's got a great future. But he's been blessed with a tremendous pair of hands.
Yep.
And when you've got great hands in golf, you can do a lot of things from within 100 yards with wedges and chipping and pitching. And that was sort of my specialty, and that's what I taught him first. And I think he's got a future if he desires to want to continue to play. And, he's been here with Arizona now for 14 years, and you guys got more golf courses than you can shake a stick at out here. So he just loves it. He's just enjoys the game and the competition of being able to go out there and try and make pars and birdies.
Yeah, I walked with him at 6, 7, and 8 during TPC a couple of weeks ago at Waste Management. I didn't go with him to 16 because I knew that would just be crazy stuff. But to see his mental side of it, where he's playing each shot and walking through and asking questions, it was really impressive. What other sport could he have done? Could he have done basketball? Like LeBron decided to focus on basketball rather than football. And everybody talked about LeBron as you should see him as a football player. Could Larry have done basketball if he decided to go that route professionally?
Yes.
Professionally?
I think he could have.
Yeah.
I think he could have. He's, he had to play because he's so big, center and forward all the time. And his size would probably put him somewhere in a guard position. But I think had he chose basketball, he would have had a chance because he could definitely play. He was very talented. He was very committed, a hard worker, and did the little things. And when you do that, particularly on the defensive end in basketball, it can carry you a long way.
Yeah. Your voice sounds good and strong, and I know you went through the health scare, and it's good to hear your voice, and appreciate your time today. Thank you.
It's a treat being with you. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm excited for Larry continuing his career with the Arizona Cardinals.
There's Larry Fitzgerald Sr. with us. We appreciate his time there at the doctor's office today.